I-95 stretches from Holton, Maine to Miami, Florida, and is the longest north-south interstate highway in the U.S. that traverses the most states along its route, at 15 states. I-95 passes through the entire East Coast and some of the U.S.'s most famous cities, including Wilmington, Delaware, Fayetteville, North Carolina, and Savannah, Georgia. According to the I-95 Corridor Coalition, I-95 serves 110 million people, which is more than the entire population of Russia. Interstate 95 facilitates 40% of the country's gross domestic product, which is about $11 trillion of annual economic output, or the equivalent of the United Kingdom's economy almost 4 times over. The I-95 corridor is 3 times more densely populated than the US average population density, and the corridor is as densely settled as Western Europe. In Europe, the E45 is sometimes compared to I-95 because of its length and north-south orientation. E45 stretches over 3,000 miles, or 4,800 kilometers, from Italy to Norway, passing through Denmark, Germany, and Sweden along the way, making it over 1,000 miles longer than I-95. The average daily traffic on I-95 is over 72,000 vehicles per day, with a maximum daily traffic reaching as high as over 300,000 per day. Average daily truck traffic is over 10,000, with maximums reaching as high as 31,000. The U.S. Department of Transportation calculates daily traffic volume data using automated traffic counters as well as manual traffic counters, which involve trained personnel manually counting vehicles at specific locations and times of day. According to the Federal Highway Administration, without any further improvements to the I-95 corridor, the projected 2035 average daily traffic will be over 133,000, including over 20,000 trucks. This is more than double what the highway sees now, and 100% of the urban segments would be under what's defined as heavy congestion. Congestion for non-urban corridors would increase from the current 26% to over 55% under heavy congestion. Improvements to 95 are continuous through both federally and state-funded projects. The Fort McHenry Tunnel in Baltimore is one of the most impressive improvements in the history of I-95 in the world of civil engineering. The tunnel is approximately 7,200 feet long and is made up of 2 parallel tubes, each carrying 3 lanes of traffic. The tunnel is the world's largest underwater tunnel, with nearly half of its length being submerged beneath the Patapsco River. Contractors used the world's largest tunnel boring machine at the time, and it took over a decade to complete the tunnel with a cost of approximately $750 million. The tunnel is named after the nearby Fort McHenry, which played a significant role in the War of 1812 and inspired the writing of the U.S. national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner. I think that one of the most interesting things for my viewers is that US 1 runs parallel to I-95. US 1 is one of the oldest highways in the United States, dating back to the early 1920s before the US constructed I-95. US 1 is over 2,000 miles long. One of the most notable stretches of US 1 is in the state of Florida, where US 1 runs along the Florida Keys, continuing south past Miami, where I-95 doesn't stretch. In many parts of Florida, US 1 serves as the frontage road for I-95, providing access to local businesses. Another area where US 1 and I-95 share the same route is in the northeastern United States, particularly in the states of Connecticut and Rhode Island. In Connecticut, US 1 runs parallel to I-95 and serves as the frontage road for the interstate in many places, particularly in urban areas such as Stamford and New Haven. If all of this talk about traveling US interstates has got you excited, this next video about the longest coast-to-coast interstates in the US is for you.